Hello and welcome to Moneylife. This is Sucheta Dalal. This week I'm revisiting Lavasa because, as you remember, the resolution plan is in trouble. And I believe that the fate of this fantastic man-made hill station lies in the balance if Darwin Platform's financial troubles are not resolved. So what's all this about? Let's go back to basics. As you know, the Ram Mandir at Ayodhya, newly constructed, is expected to secure a massive electoral victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But things are not going so well for Ajay Harinath Singh. Who is he? Well, he's the founder of Darwin Platform group of companies who claims a lineage directly to Bhagwan Ram's son Lava and says he's from the Ikshvaku clan. But things are not going well. He is in deep financial trouble and legal trouble, which he says doesn't matter, but evidence of it is not there on the ground. What has been happening? In late March 2024, the Enforcement Directorate descended on Darwin Platform Group, conducted raids at 9 locations at Delhi, Mumbai, and Goa, recovered cash worth 78 lakhs, not much if you ask me, given the size of the group, but they say incriminating documents, foreign currency of 2 lakhs, all from the residence of Ajay Harinath Singh and his associates. ED even put out a tweet about this, which is not usual because they have named companies in that tweet. Now, this is not all. The bigger issue is that the ED alleges transfer of nearly 18 crore through layered transactions involving multiple accounts linked to the Darwin Platform Group, personal accounts of Ajay Harinath Singh's family and associates. The Darwin Group also stands accused of being the primary beneficiary of funds routed through a company called Delman Ria IT Trade Private Limited, adding weight to the money laundering charge. If that weren't enough, look at what happened to the Lavasa deal. 9 months ago, he made headlines because he bagged Lavasa. This is a man who had earlier bid for Air India, Shipping Corporation of India, Reliance Capital. Here he was successful, got Lavasa for just over 1,800 crore. This was to be paid over 8 years. He had to pay a small sum of about 190 crores, in fact, less than 100 crores to start with, to keep this city running. Lavasa, as I've said before in an earlier video blog, is a very picturesque hill station in Maharashtra. It's a man-made hill station with lakes. It used to be full-page ads in the front pages, built by Ajit Gulabchand Group, is in deep financial trouble and went into bankruptcy resolution. Now, the public sector banks, who are the main creditors, decided that Darwin Platform Group seems to be the right and highest bidder. The deal was done. Then they woke up and said, no, things are wrong. So Union Bank first went to the NCLAT, which is the Appellate Tribunal of the Bankruptcy Court. Its case was thrown out. Then State Bank of India followed. This is admitted, but the hearing continues. Now, what have the banks done in the meantime? They have forfeited 25 crore that was provided as a bank guarantee as part of the resolution process, because they don't think that Darwin Platform is paying up the money as it should and meeting the resolution terms that it agreed upon 9 months ago. So basically, you could get the gist. Nothing is happening in Lavasa. Things are dragging on. 9 months are over. A year will pass. Like I said, Darwin Platform Infrastructure Limited is the Darwin Group company that bid for Lavasa. It won the bid by offering to pay 1,814 crore over 8 years. It was also supposed to construct some houses and hand them over to home buyers. Remember, this is a city and people have bought places, houses, flats, retirement homes over there. But this was going to come with a steep haircut of 60%. So home buyers are unhappy. Now, a down payment of nearly 100 crores was to be made, out of which there was this guarantee of 25 crores to keep Lavasa running. It has maintenance, infrastructure, utilities that have to keep running. On 5th Jan, I had written about this. I had a video blog where I said this is like a living organism. It's not like a closed industrial unit. It needs utilities and maintenance to function. It needs infrastructure, roads, electricity, water to be there on a 24/7 basis. Any failed resolution process bound to hurt people who are living there. And this includes schools, colleges, retirement homes, like I said. Lavasa's creditors ought to have been far more diligent in selecting the right bidder. After all, the money comes to them. But obviously, they haven't. As I said, Darwin's troubles mounted because banks have moved to ensure that he forfeits the 25 crore performance guarantee, bank guarantee that he had submitted. And naturally, the Darwin Group has contested it. The matter was supposed to come up yesterday, 7th of May, in the NCLAT. We don't know what happened. Our question now is, can the Darwin Group hold on to Lavasa? The answer lies in the true state of Darwin Platform's finances. Now, recordings of Ajay Harinath Singh's calls are easily available if you Google a bit. These are calls with creditors. So it's like a Zoom call. There are lots of creditors who are talking to him. And he's assuring all of them that, yes, payments are delayed, but I will make payments. Don't worry, my financial troubles are over. Naturally, I messaged Mr. Singh to ask, what about Lavasa? What about his bid? Was it sustainable given his financial difficulties? I was surprised to get an instant call from him and a long explanation. So Mr. Singh insists there is no payment issue, not even a rupee, he says. And he claims that banks have been influenced by people who are in the vicinity of Lavasa who think that the hill station was sold cheap for just 1,800 crore. He alleges that banks have failed to fulfill their part of the deal, which is give him a board seat, transfer management committee to Darwin, and he says that's why it's tit for tat. I have refused to pay because banks have not fulfilled their obligations. Like I said, all this will be heard out by the bankruptcy court. In fact, he has a bit of shairi. When I asked him about his financial troubles, he starts and ends by saying, "Kuch to baat rahi hogi, itne sare rates ke baad bahar बैठ के खाना खा रहे हैं." So he's saying, I'm free, relaxed, having dinner outside. So if I was in deep financial trouble and facing all these raids, would I be living it up? He has a lot to say in his defense. He contends that A, he gave a cash guarantee. He could have given a guarantee against property, which shows that he has a lot of liquidity. His words, okay? He also says that he had offered 190 crore payment upfront to be adjusted as part of the whole 1,800 crore that would come over a period of time. He was offering this in order to maintain and run Lavasa city. He claims a lot of concern for the people over there. But he says banks went ahead and invoked the guarantee. He also claims that there was a recorded decision of the Committee of Creditors, which is mainly banks, that they would collect the entire bid amount at one stroke. He, however, mentions this number as 600 to 700 crore, while we know that the total bid is 1,800 crore. Be that as it may, I'm sure there was a cash component and there was other stuff that was supposed to come later, but these are his words. Now, he says he's working to ensure the residents of Lavasa are taken care of. He claims that there was an attempt to cut off electricity because electricity bills weren't being paid to Maharashtra State Electricity Distribution Corporation. All this was supposed to be taken care of by the creditors as part of the money that they would earn from whoever is the bidder. So they were supposed to pay the bills. He claims that a call was made from the Prime Minister's office to MSEDCL, which is a Maharashtra Electricity Distribution Company, and they were told not to initiate any precipitate action. He also claims that there's a lot that he plans to do, including installing a statue of Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Lavasa. None of this can be independently verified easily, as you know, least of all, whether there was a call from the Prime Minister's office. So I would say full marks to Ajay Harinath Singh for chutzpah, but it's more important to match his claims with what we can find out from Darwin Group's businesses. So now let's look at the Darwin's business spread. There's not much that you get in the public domain. There are no balance sheets and annual reports that you get easily unless you go to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, pay money and download them. What you have in the public domain is an interview with Ajay Harinath Singh on Republic TV at a mega conclave, which had all kinds of political leaders and luminaries. This was prior to 2021. He has been making some astonishing claims there, and there's a lavish introduction, which talks about all the businesses that he's in. For starters, one of his claims is that he's a 70,000 crore debt-free group. So why is he in financial trouble? Be that as it may, 70,000 crore debt-free group. And he raised a little debt only in order to get a credit rating. He doesn't need it. And since he has no debt, he has no competition because there are no borrowings, and he intends to operate, especially in the retail business, at a wafer-thin margin of 1.5%. So he believes he will have no competition. So what are the businesses he's in? Almost everything. Pharmaceutical, finance, banking, mining, realty, information technology, education, defense. In fact, he was asked about defense, and there is some hocus pocus about molecular nanotechnology and lasers, which will stop missiles, and magical bulletproof vests, which are going to protect our soldiers so that they don't even need to go to the border. I'm giving a link to the interview. You can take a look at it and understand. He spoke about launching. This is not all. This is defense is one part. Then he was going to launch an OTT platform. And yeah, you guessed it right. He was going to pay producers upfront to buy their cereals. Then he was going to make a foray into retail. And by March 2021, all this was going to happen by March 2021. He was going to have 1,000 retail outlets where all products would be sold at a 15% discount, like I said, because of his wafer-thin margin. Correction, the margin was 1.25%, not even 1.5%. None of this, as you know, has materialized on the ground. All I could find on the website is the launch of e-scooters by boxing legend Mary Kom, and one retail store inaugurated in 2021 by Huma Qureshi. Remember, all this 2021 is when the country was still slowly emerging from the COVID pandemic. We are in 2024 now. It's not that the Darwin platform is all over the place. What we know, because someone has done the homework and downloaded data from the MCA website, is that he has 20 odd entities with names like Darwin Platform Holdings, Darwin Platform Airlines, Darwin Platform Infrastructure, Darwin Platform Shipping, Darwin Platform Gold and Mining, Darwin Platform Information Technology, Darwin Platform Industries Limited, Darwin Platform Hospitality, Darwin Platform Distilleries and Breweries, Darwin Platform Capital for finance, Darwin Platform Automobiles, probably for the e-scooter, Darwin Platform Logistics, Darwin Platform Mass Media, he's getting into the media business, Darwin Platform Pharmaceuticals, Darwin Platform Realty, Darwin Platform Refineries, Darwin Platform Power, and Darwin Platform News. And there's a finance company called Deuce Financial Capital. Another media report from Pune says he's also going to get into oil exploration. Logically, if he had even a foothold in any of these businesses, you would have seen significant visibility everywhere. You would be buying their oil or using their pharma products, or seeing the products sold wherever you go. I must confess, I haven't seen too much of it. Maybe others have. Now, a source claims that he has downloaded all the financial information about Darwin Group companies from the MCA 21 statutory filing platform and discovered an overstatement of assets to the tune of a few thousand crore. I have not verified this claim, but the reason I'm quoting it here is that this report has gone to and been brought to the attention of senior people in relevant ministries. Coming back to the Republic interview, pre-2021, Ajay Harinath Singh also made the claim that our group owns a bank, Sarvodaya Cooperative Bank. Now, the only evidence of this that I found is from September 2021, where there's a news report from something called P&I News about how the Darwin Group had taken over responsibility to modernize and restructure and revamp the bank and provide new age banking. I find no such reference on Sarvodaya Bank's website. In fact, what I find there, more pertinently, is that on 15th April 2024, just a month ago, the Reserve Bank of India has frozen the bank's operations, restricted transactions, and limited withdrawal of deposits to 15,000 per customer across all accounts that they own. And this is going to last for 6 months. Now, What is Darwin's claim to fame? How is it that it's still in the news, despite all the controversies, despite the absence of visible brands and businesses? Well, Darwin Platform, it turns out, is a very conspicuous presence at mainstream media events, conclaves, award ceremonies, because it's a key sponsor, financier, presenter. These are not small groups, they include Times of Group, Republic TV, and others. These groups, in turn, have generously showered awards and accolades on Darwin Group. So he's been given a Business Leadership Award, Iconic Brands Awards, and so on. That's how things work today. But awards do not equal investments, turnover, profit, and there are financial difficulties, admitted financial difficulties, as seen through the Zoom calls and strongly denied by Ajay Harinath Singh. Point is, if the group completes the acquisition of Lavasa or not, depends on which is true. Does he have financial difficulties or does he have a lot of money? Is it this tit for tat going to go on at the cost of people in Lavasa? Or will NCLAT finally say, let's stop this, get the two sides to see sense, and then we'll know for sure whether there's money or there will be rebidding. The real losers here are those who believed Ajit Gulabchand's promises of a fancy hill station and have bought assets there. And I again insist, it needs a different solution. Cities going bankrupt, it's a first time in India, needs different thinking from the government and a different solution. If you agree, please share this video and subscribe. Thank you.